Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. So what do I have here? I did an earlier video on this and put it on for 50 seconds, but I want to explain this a little bit better. So this tool is used for truing a balance. One of the gentlemen on the line actually said that it's for truing a balance. So let's have a look at this tool and how it's used. This tool has got a lever here. So this lever here, there is a spring embedded in here that pumps that up. Right, that pushes that lever up, and as you can see right here, it's hooked on to the top, and you can see the hook on this side here, and there's a screw here keeping that in place. So you can tighten and loosen that depending on what you want to do. Anyway, that is for pumping this up, and that's for installing a balance. So I've got an old balance here. It doesn't look that old, but there's a balance that we have here, and it's got a roller table on the bottom. So what you would do with this is you would, first of all, because of the size of this balance, I can adjust the bottom half of this tool. So just loosen that up here and then push that up like this to give it a little bit more, or get it tighter into where it needs to be, because this is a watch balance here, and I would use this for pocket watches. So you do that, and then you pull this up here and you put the balance in the middle. And did I pull it up too high or too? No, I didn't. That's not too bad. And then you would lower that. I would probably be looking at what I was doing before I do this. So that balance is now in place, and there's a little bit of pressure on that. So I think that this screw here is used just to release that pressure so the balance will spin. So right now it's not spinning. So if I just take this up a bit, just a bit, right? That's a bit too much. I need to lower it and release it just a bit. It's got to find that hole though on the bottom. So you want to be looking at this very closely to make sure it finds the hole in the bottom. Let me lift that up a bit and do this again. Now you look at that really closely to make sure it's in that hole, and I don't think it is. So I'm playing with it right now, but you normally have it up to your face doing this. I can also actually just open it up wide and then find the hole this way. There we go. And then get it to the hole in the bottom. So there we go. So the two of them are in there. It doesn't look straight, but it's in there. No, it's not in there. See, I'm farting around with it, so it's just off. So I'd want to do this under magnification so I don't screw it up like I'm doing right now. Makes the world's best explanation wrong when you do it that way. There we go. So that's in there now, as I can see, and it's fairly tight. So as I rotate this around, I know it's a bit tight for doing what I want it to do. So I'm going to try again to loosen this ever so slightly. So I want to loosen this and then tighten this screw here. So I'll pull this up just a bit. Tighten that screw, and then am I free? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Now I've seen people actually use a puffer to make sure this is working properly. So let me just reach back in my tool area and grab myself a puffer. So I'm just going to puff that. And as you can see, it's spinning freely now. That's how that works. Now what you're doing here is you're seeing whether that balance is true to flat. So that's what these levers are for. So you want to take this lever here and you want to put it, and I'm looking at it kind of backwards myself. So you want to put it right over the balance, so you can actually see what the gap is between the rim of the balance and the tip of that lever. So you're looking kind of right. You're looking right there, right, and seeing if that is actually true to flat. So as I turn that around, if I were to manipulate this with a stick or something, right? Let me just grab a toothpick, I think, or a piece of pegwood. And I would move this around to see if this is actually, there we go, what the separation is here, and do I have an issue with this particular balance, right? And I'm looking at it very closely as I'm turning this to see if the balance is warped at all. And if the balance is warped, and it's like a pocket watch balance would have two parts to it, not like this is a single balance, single part. You cannot rebend this one, but it would have one side would go halfway around, the other side would go the other half. So it'd be attached at the arm here, and then go all the way around halfway, and then stop. So you'd be a gap here, and then going to here where it's attached, and then a gap there, and going to the other side where it's attached. And you'd be turning this to see whether it's true to flat and whether that gap from here to here is actually getting bigger or smaller. Then you'd adjust the balance accordingly, because it would have you'd be twisting it with your hands to do that. So that's pretty much what you use this for. And this is an alternative to a different kind of balance. Let me grab one here and show you. And I'm just going to leave the video running so I don't separate the video today. Well, wouldn't you know that I couldn't just find one? Anyway, the other ones are like, they have this on both sides. The value behind this one is you can get your finger in there. See this hole here? So you're looking at turning that around. So I'll turn that around into position. And you can stick your finger in there, which gives you a really good grip. And there's the thumb action there. And you can push this forward with your thumb. So I can be looking at that. It's kind of in my face looking at it, and adjusting it like this ever so slightly with one hand. So move that back and then pull that down, and I'm looking at the gap as I'm doing that. And now with the other hand I can move the balance and see where it sits, right? Whether that gap is increasing or decreasing. So that's pretty much how you use this tool. And it is used to check whether the balance is true to flat. And as you spin it, you can also have a look and see if it's true to round, right? So you can look at it and know whether it's actually warping true to round. You could, I'm just saying this is not what you normally would do, but you could back this off here like that, twist this down a little bit, and then you're looking at the gap here to see if this is true to round, right? So that's the other way you could do this. And like I said, if I unscrew this here, it's going to slam down on this and it'll tighten it up and will not let it rotate freely. And you want this to be able to rotate freely. So this is a calibration tool for balances, and you can go find them out there in the world of eBay or Etsy or those sorts of things. I thought this one was really cool and really interesting because it had this pump, right? So let me take the balance out again. So after I've done this, I'm just going to pull this back and let it free fall. See if I can free fall it down to the mat. There we go. That way I don't ruin the pivots at all, and it just falls straight down. So there we go. That's it there. So this one was used to adjust based on the size of the balance staff on that side, and then this one is used to bring it down, and then you can see whether these slides are used to determine whether you're true to flat or true to round. Mostly true to flat, and you're able to bend the balance back into shape. So that's it. So I'm JD. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Sorry about the little gap in the middle as I was going to go try to find another one, but I think you know what these things look like. If you've subscribed to my channel, I've actually got a video on how to reshape a balance. So just look at my videos and you'll find one on how to actually reshape a balance that's bent, because I've had to do it a few times. I don't know how the heck they get bent, because there's to me there's no other it doesn't seem like you would actually have a problem with that and bending it. So, and for those folks that are watching my channel a lot, you'll know that I looked at an Omega watch yesterday. I wound it up last night and it is still running. So as you can see, so the Omega is still working. It was only supposed to work for 3 or 4 hours, and it's still running fairly well. So again, the question is, what do you do with this? Do I take it apart? There's a risk of damaging it. Don't know whether it needs any cleaning or not, and I've got to ask the owner when the last time this watch was cleaned, but I could not find any particles or anything that would stop the watch from working. So anyway, that's a little update on the Omega watch. It's still running, and it's been running for over 12 hours now, probably 14 or 15 hours. So, and it probably will run a little bit longer. So anyway, Omega Watch update. But back to this. That's the tool. Thanks for watching my videos. I'm going to do one of those videos where I do some drawing again. And I think what I want to do is just a general explanation of examining a watch for problems and use my my drawing tools, so you'll be able to actually point to things and discuss what I'm doing when I'm diagnosing a watch. So thanks for subscribing to my channel. Please like, please share with your friends. The more likes and shares and views I get on my channel, the better it is. The more it's published by the by YouTube and the algorithm. So thanks again, and have a good day.